This week, the third annual Black Developers Housing Summit returns to Memphis. The summit was created during the pandemic after the need for affordable housing in our city of Memphis was recognized. Joining us today, Rashida M. Jones, the founder and developer, Anthony Jackson. Welcome, Rashida Jones and Mr. Jackson. We're glad to have you here on A Better Memphis today.
Thanks for having us.
All right, let's talk about it. Ms. Jones, you launched the summit that's going to be happening back in 2023. What inspired you to start the gathering?
Thank you for the questions. I think that Memphis was really hit hard by the pandemic. One of the statistics we often talk about is the eviction rate. We were #1 in Shelby County across the country, and the most impacted group were single Black mothers. And so that really, as a practitioner, you think about how you create avenues for ownership and how you take the pressure off the court system, and affordable housing and ownership is key.
Well, Anthony Jackson, this summit moved to Chicago last year, I believe it was. And now it's back here in Memphis. And so how are the two cities alike, and what kinds of solutions are being discussed in the Windy City and the Bluff City?
Well, I mean, of course, we know that our housing crisis is everywhere. So they are seeing the same things that we're seeing here. We're seeing the same things here that they're seeing there. And so that's why being able to come together with the summit and being able to network on strategies, the things that's working here that they may be able to use there, and vice versa. And those things have really helped for us to really just network and create systems that work in both demographics, which of course, here in Memphis and Chicago, we have very similar demographics and up against some of the same challenges.
Well, Ms. Jones, you focus on Westwood and Whitehaven, I understand. And you have built over 200 affordable homes, is that right? Is that stat?
I wish I could take credit. This man here is absolutely handling.
He's the developer who's made that happen.
Yeah.
All right. You keep costs at a level where the housing remains affordable for buyers. This is the secret sauce, is it not?
That's correct.
How do you do that? How do you do that?
Well, one of the main things is obviously the acquisition of land, and obviously like in these cities and of course like in Memphis, being able to take undervalued land or land that has not been in use and then being able to revitalize it through a land that may come from the tax sales or that sort of thing, and being able to now or properties that may have had old dilapidated homes that were torn down, and so now we got all these vacant lots that need to be developed to begin to revitalize these neighborhoods. So that's been the primary strategy, as we have access to a lot of infill lots that we can build on, and then being able to put a house there, like you said, that's affordable for buyers. And that's really been kind of the balancing act, is to acquire the land at a rate and then be able to build a product that then still is affordable for native Memphians.
We still have a housing crisis in this city for affordability, right,
Absolutely.
Ms. Rashida? So how are you continuing your work now to try to make your properties more available for especially single moms?
Absolutely. So events like the Black Developers Housing Summit, the goal is to really bring together resources, stakeholders, our municipal leaders to build strategy, but lead with impact. So, we keep the event small. We make it available for free for aspiring and emerging developers to get access, the resources. We create grant programs that help cover the cost for things like pre-development expenses, which can be through the roof for small-time developers. And so figuring out how to stack this in a way that makes the opportunity reasonable for both the developer and the end user being a family.
All right, Rashida M. Jones and Anthony Jackson, thanks so much for taking a few minutes to help us understand what you all are doing, and thank you for making this a better Memphis by the housing that you're creating in our community.
Well, thank you for the opportunity.
All right, very good.